did, yes. I had a good time. First, yeah, I took a bit of time off just to enjoy, first of all, the victory of the Giro, and yeah, then afterwards also to recover from the Giro, and then for about a week I started like really training again. Yeah, in the last weeks I was in Tignes in France together with the team. And I had a good build-up, so I think I'm ready for this race and really looking forward to it. It's been an amazing year for me so far, so yeah, I'm looking forward to hopefully continuing.
Just carrying on from that question, there's only 8 other riders that have won the Giro and the Tour in the same year. I was speaking to Chris Froome earlier, and he said he ran out of steam in the final week of the Tour. But some people have suggested that maybe you didn't have to work as hard to win the Giro as other people have. How do you feel physically?
I mean, of course, without taking anything away from anyone from the Giro, that's true that I didn't have to completely kill myself, and I didn't get out of the Giro completely on my knees. So also, yeah, that makes also for that you can recover faster afterwards and start your training and get into a good rhythm quicker. Because yeah, if you're on your knees after the Giro, you need 2 weeks, maybe even more, to recover, and then it's hard to start building towards the Tour, because then the Tour is already coming. So yeah, for me at least, I came out of the Giro in a good way, and pretty quickly I could start building towards the Tour.
Jonas, here again. Not everything went well, I guess, because Wout van Aert isn't here. Did you have any contact with him, and how much will you miss him in this Tour de France?
I mean, it is obviously a big blow for us that he's not here. He was a very important guy, first of all on Saturday, but throughout the whole Tour. I think he showed many times how good a guy he is, and yeah, I also had a short talk with him, and it's really unfortunate that he's not here.
Hi, you're Wilson from Cyclist magazine. In which areas do you think your team, Visible Lisa Bike, is stronger than UAE team Emirates?
I think it's hard to compare like that. I think when you look at it, UAE have a very strong team. They have a very strong lineup, and in my opinion, so do we. We have a very good team for the mountains and also for the team time trials still. So we just, instead of focusing on what their strengths are, we try to focus on our own strengths. And then we build a team here that I believe in, and also the team really believes in.
Thijs Niels from NRC. Jonas, how do you feel at the start of this tour compared to last year at the start of the tour? Do you feel better, stronger?
Yeah, both better, stronger. I would even say more happy in a mental state also. I've had a very good year so far this year, and yeah, I've enjoyed riding a bit more this year than I did last year. We tried something new, which was also the plan, because I think we realized after last year that it wasn't really so enjoyable to do what we did every year. So now we try to mix it up with the preparation for the Tour, which has been going really well this year. So also in the mental state, I'm at a very good place.
Jürgen Foster, Boutique. Jonas, there's been a lot of talk about the composition of your team, especially with the absence of Wout. But how important is it for you that you get along on a personal level with your teammates?
I think, of course, that's also a very important step to having a good team. But that's actually something we've had basically every year, that we've had a very good atmosphere within the team. Sometimes it's the Tour de France and a lot of things blow up and get big for no reason, and yeah, sometimes it looks like there's some some kind of problem within the team, but yeah, there has never been a problem within the team.
Cyclisme was with you in the 4 Grand Tour you won. How important is it to have him here?
I think Sepp has been in all the Grand Tours that the team has won, except last year in the Giro. So he's obviously also a very important guy, not only for me but for the team as well. He's good for the atmosphere. Sepp is a good guy, and also on a personal level, I always enjoy being together with Sepp. And for me, in the Giro, that he could win the stage there was really incredible.
Hi, Jonas from Felden. I just heard a fun anecdote from your friend Nathan van Hooydonk in a podcast. He talked about that you guys were going to Tignes, landed in Switzerland, and there was a big traffic jam going there. I was just wondering, what was that like for you to experience? Was it stressful, or you took it in a relaxed way, given that was part of your tour preparation? You had to spend the night outside of the training camps, I understand. What was that like for you?
Yeah, well, I wouldn't say too stressful. I mean, we landed in Geneva airport, and not knowing about this G7 meeting they had, I didn't follow. Maybe I could have searched a bit, but I wasn't aware. And then we landed in Geneva, and we basically couldn't get out of the country almost. So we drove until I think 11:30 or 12 in the night, and then finally we could pass the border, and then we had to sleep just on the other side.
Hi Jonas, good afternoon. The biggest difference between this year and the last years, and that you came here after winning Giro d'Italia. In the point of view of mindset, mental, this is for you important to approach the Tour de France with the possibility just to don't have to win mandatory, to not finish without any title on the season.
I mean, on one hand, of course, I had a very good season so far already with the 3 races I've done, and of course it takes off some pressure of me and of the team, obviously. But the Tour de France is still the biggest race. It's still the race you really want to win. I'm not saying that I'm not happy with what I've won already this year, because I am extremely happy with especially also winning Giro d'Italia, and now I've won all 3. But yeah, again, the Tour de France is just the biggest race of the year, and I'm here also to go for the victory.
Hi, Jonas, can you be a little bit more specific about switching it all towards this season? You switched personal trainers, for example, but did you do completely different things in training? Did you have other focuses? What did you do different?
I think, switching up trainer came a bit later and a bit more sudden. I was very happy with having Tim as a trainer when he was in the team, and he trained me for 8 years, and I'm really grateful for what he did. But he chose to leave the team, and I respect his decision. So I had to change trainer, and now I have Mathieu Heber, and he's also very very good trainer. So it's not that I'm lacking a good trainer since he left. So, like training-wise, it's not because we're doing a lot of things different. It was more the whole schedule going to the tour that I would say that I didn't really fancy doing what I did for the last 5 years this year. It didn't motivate me so much to just do the same thing over and over again, and I needed personally a change. We then decided to mix it up completely and do the Giro.
Were you more at home?
Well, I don't think days at home wise. I'm not sure actually. Maybe a little bit more at home.
Hi Jonas, David Langbein from the German Press Agency. I want to ask you about the team time trial tomorrow, on Saturday. How much work did you put in preparation? Was this a huge focus, or were you more focused on the mountain stages? And we saw you racing at the circuit of Barcelona. Can you talk about that experience?
Yeah, we've trained it quite a lot this year because it is very important. I mean, it's a day you can either lose some time or win some time. So yeah, of course you'd rather win some time there than to lose something. But that's also why we have a lot of big guys in the team for a flat team time trial like this. So it is obviously a focus point for us, but also we also have a big focus point on the mountain stages, obviously, because they are also very important. And I think we have a very well balanced team, like for both the team time trial, but also the flat stages and the mountain stages.
End of the conference is approaching. 2 last questions, please.
Hi, Jonas. Andy from Bello outside. You've been in an interesting situation where Tadej Pogačar has dropped you, but you've been one of the few people who actually dropped Tadej. Can you explain what those 2 sensations are like and what do you hope to happen this year?
I mean, of course, I still think that Tadej is probably the best rider who's ever been in the bunch. So also for me personally to have been able to drop him is something really incredible for me. And yeah, it's something that I'm extremely proud of, and also it gives me motivation to try to do it again, and to try to do it this year, to also to give the confidence that I am one of the guys who can actually challenge him.
When cycling up to late, I will like to ask you some kind of lighter notes, which is about your legs, literally. You have not shaved them, which is something that Primoz also used to do in the past. Are you also holding out to tell you to take a win?
No, I just didn't have time yet after I traveled. Normally, I always shave for races, but yeah, I don't shave for training. So I just let it grow, and then once I get to a race, I shave my legs. But yesterday and today has been quite stressful. We had a lot of things to do, so far there hasn't been time, but tomorrow it will go off.
Merci à tout le monde pour votre participation.